Hello everyone, my name is Kane and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. Last time, got to see, kind of just get an idea of what's going on, or like, what kind of area we're in, or situation. Seems, gotta say I don't trust this game yet. This is part of the Science Adventure series. I refuse to trust any game that's part of the Science Adventure series. Because I know how depressing they get. So, anyways. Jeez, is the climax right at the start or something? It only took her 5 seconds to recharge. I gotta answer. It's impressive that she's recovered so quickly. She's even posing. You're gonna break your Pokecom again if you flail around like that in here.
It'll be fine.
Akihos is always like this with anime. The two of us can barely sit comfortably in here, and yet she's flailing wildly. If only she'd just go outside. Oh, and how in the heck does she get so excited over something she's seen countless times? So, what anime is that?
What?
I asked that without thinking too deeply about it, and Akihos' expression morphs. She shoves the tablet screen in my face.
It's Gunvarl! Gunvarl!
I see. Now that I think about it, she was shouting its name earlier. I may not know much about mech anime, but that was a dumb question even for me.
What do you mean I see? I'm always showing it to you at my house.
Akio's getting about as heated up as I expected. She's clearly still annoyed from her earlier encounter with Subaru, so she's more charged up than usual. That being said, she doesn't show me Gunvarl. It's more like she watches it and I happen to be in the room.
That game you're always playing on your Pokecom.
Akio points at the tablet hanging from my waist.
What's it based on?
Gunvarl.
What's the life-size robot our club is working so hard to build?
Gunvarl.
This Blu-ray sitting right here?
Akio picks up the BD is sitting on the desk and points at the picture on the jacket.
What freaking anime is this?
Gunvarl.
Correct.
She drops the frown and returns with a smile. By the way, that's the only Blu-ray we own. Hell, the club room doesn't even have a Blu-ray player or a TV, so it's useless.
Kite, you're a failure of a Robotics Club member.
Yep, I guess I'm not much of a learner.
Could you not be like that just for once?
If you want me to be even more honest, I really don't care about any of this.
I figured that out a long time ago.
Akio shrugs her shoulders in exasperation, and for some reason she pulls out the whiteboard in the corner. Don't tell me.
Which means say it's time to brainwash you for good.
Seriously? She always goes on forever.
For starters, Gunvarl's a god-tier anime.
Oh no. Here comes the hyperbole.
At the very least, it's been the #1 hit anime since the start of the 21st century. In terms of Blu-ray sales, it's still #1 in the world.
In this age of the Pokecom, everyone's switched to cloud storage when it comes to media. Nobody buys stuff on discs. Of course, I don't dare voice any of this, as it just make her talk longer.
Mecha anime really is best. Everyone in Japan loves robots.
Aren't you a girl, Akio?
Ever since that one Astro kid showed up in the 60s, robotics have been looked up to and admired by all. Their friends, heroes, and just plain cool. Their symbol is Japanese animation. That's mecha anime. Other people have a totally different set of values when it comes to humanoid robots. That's why nobody else can design them like we do. Some people take that to mean that only Japanese people can truly understand robots. But Gunvarl is different. Even though it was produced by a Japanese animation studio, it was first aired overseas. It took half a year for it to air in Japan. By that point, it was already a hot item all over the world. Not only did Japan join in on the party, it even gained a giant viewership that kicked off the modern-day robot boom. Plus, the ending was anything but ordinary, which helped turn the franchise into something legendary.
I swear I've heard this a billion times. Look at this. Look at this. Mascot.
After 3 years of airing on TV, who could have guessed that the final episode would go unaired? The uproar was insane, and fans around the world were on the brink of rioting. The final ep isn't on the Blu-ray, and nobody involved has ever spoken about it. It's totally shrouded in mystery.
That's interesting. Why would the final episode never release?
4 years have passed, and there are still tons of people who theorize about the contents of the final episode. Not only that, but the internet's been flooded with fake eps masquerading as the final one. Fans have even written some analyses that are more meta, explaining how not showing the final message is actually part of Gunvaro's message. Personally, I think the whole final episode thing is a challenge from the staff. Either way, there's no denying that the last epic going unaired helped Gunvaro evolve into a god-tier anime. Some theories even say that the current worldwide robot boom started with Gunvaro.
That's very interesting to me that the final episode would never be aired. She sure can talk. I just want to play Kill Ballad. So, you're saying that Gunvaro is a beloved anime around the world and it'll never be topped.
Bingo! I mean, if you were to ask me if Gunvaro's superior to mecha anime of the past, I'm not sure how I'd answer. But I do think you can call it the culmination of an entire half-century's worth of mecha anime. Or I guess to be more clear, cherry-pick the best elements of past mecha anime masterpieces. It's a classic tale of a noble hero with the ability to thoroughly explore via strong character development. It's very easy to understand. All the characters are good people and you can emphasize with them. That's why people get so fired up and emotional about it. So, I mean, you want to jump right in, don't you? Want to marathon the whole thing from episode 1, don't you? Don't you?
Akihos' eyes sparkle as she attempts to innocently appeal to me. She's like a little boy talking about his hero. Heck, even I'm starting to get a little excited. Just kidding. Nope, I'm not interested.
You contrarian.
Honestly, I think you're the only high school girl in this world who can speak so passionately about mecha anime.
Another brainwashing fail. Fine, I'll watch on my own.
Akihos sulks and goes back to appreciating Gunvaro. Well, that just happened. What? Uchagaoka Park. The metal tower stands high above ground, quietly yet accurately transmitting its noise into space. It's as though it's absorbing the sound from its surroundings, converting it into the noise it emits. The chirps of cicadas and crickets, the flaps of bird wings, even the sounds of leaping insects. No matter how carefully one listens, such sounds do not exist here. The 30-meter radius surrounding the tower resembles a geyser spewing into the depths of hell, where death flows freely through the air. The grating noise is akin to a scream echoing out from the underworld.
Verification test in progress.
Oh. In the space filled with the silence of death, a young girl whispers,
Reporting test number 2887.
Her bare feet produce no sounds with each step she takes. The girl looks up at the sky and whispers to nobody.
Recently Japan Standard Time, year 2019 AD, month 6, day 12, hour 18, minute 9.
She holds a single pure white feather in her hand.
No change in status.
She whispers mechanically with no sign of emotion. She shows no sign of minding the noise.
Report verification test number 2887 complete.
Just then, the wind blows. It's strong enough to cause the plants to sway. However, neither the girl's hair nor the edges of her soft clothes budge an inch. Only the feather in the girl's hand floats gently into the air. The pure white feather melts into the dust-colored sky. While her gaze follows the feather's path, the girl, expressionless until then, narrows her eyes in a seemingly pained manner. She quietly speaks into the wind.
Whose eyes are those?
I can't escape. 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 Why? Why? Why am I saying this phrase now? What do you mean? What do you mean? First we had... hang on. First, at the very beginning of the game, when I started up, like, one of the first cutscenes it showed, there was the friggin', like, divergence meter thing or whatever from Steins Gate. And now, we have Whose Eyes Are Those Eyes from Chaos Head Noah. What is happening? I'm going insane. I'm going insane. I can't escape. I can't escape. I can't escape. The first bell of the morning rings as we exit the bus and head for the entrance.
The bell!
Akihos doesn't even bother opening her umbrella. She steps off the bus and makes a dash for the entrance.
Kai, we'll be late if you don't hurry.
She briefly turns back to me, but I wave her off with my hand. I'm sure they'll let slide if I'm just a few minutes late. I stroll the entrance by myself. At that moment... What? I hear the strange shout of a girl in Stop Cold. That voice came from the gymnasium, didn't it? The door's still open, so I take a look. I see a lone girl inside. The first bell already rang, so what's she doing? There's nobody else around. The judo club uses the gym for morning practice, so I assume she was one of them, but there's no judo-gi in sight. On closer inspection, I recognize her small animal-like stature, short haircut, and boyish baby face. Pretty sure she's one of my classmates. What's her name? I can't remember. I don't think we've ever really spoken to each other. I look through the tag information on my Pokecom. Oh, right, she's Daitoku Juna. Now I remember. We were in the same class last year. And she's in the karate club. Hey, yeah, that matches up. She must be doing a kata right now. She silently yet furiously repeats a series of defensive body movements. The combination of precise movement and silence creates a unique sense of tension in the air. The speed at which she moves her fists is hard to follow by eye, and her occasional jump kicks are razor sharp. They seem kind of weak. Maybe it's because she looks like a little boy. Or katas like this no matter who does them. You can make them strong. Anyhow, why is she practicing at a time like this, and in her school uniform no less? She lets out a kind of cute shout as she thrusts her fist in front of her, straightens out, and bows. I guess she's done. She wipes the sweat from her brow and like she's just finished a hard day's work and turns to exit the gymnasium. That's when she notices me. Hi. Small. Our eyes meet. To be honest, we aren't familiar enough to exchange morning greetings. Heck, I have no idea if she even knows who I am. But now that we've clearly made eye contact, I can't just walk away without saying anything, so I decide to greet her. Morning, Daitoku-san.
Osu, Yashio-kun, are you getting wet staying there?
She seems to remember my name at least. Yeah, a little.
Were you watching the whole time?
I was.
I see. It's embarrassing.
She starts squirming, her face bright red. She looks even more like a small animal now. Do you always do this around this time?
No, just today. My little bird came down with a cold this morning, so I couldn't practice at home.
Huh.
So, could you please not tell anyone about what you just saw?
Why not?
Because it's embarrassing.
It is?
It is.
For some reason, we stand around silently for a while. This really is awkward.
Oh, more importantly, the first bell already rang. I need to leave before the teacher comes by.
Oh, right.
So I'll be going now.
Daitoku Juna says that hurriedly and runs off toward the entrance. Her steps are light, like she has springs on her feet. From behind, she looks like a junior high boy wearing a sailor uniform. God, sure. Okay. I glance outside the window and see no sign of the rain stopping. It's been coming down hard since this morning. It's a little chilly in short sleeves. I always wear a jacket. But hey, it's finally lunchtime. Watch my classmates pull their lunches out from their bags. class rep stands in front of the blackboard. I'll be collecting money for lunches now. Now what should I do? It's raining, but I'm thinking I'll just grab some bread at Mizuka-san's store and...
Class 3-2, Robotics Research Club members Senomiya Akihos-san and Yashio Kaito-kun, please come to the faculty room. I repeat, Robotics Research Club members Senomiya Akihos-san and Yashio Kaito-kun, please come to the faculty room.
Oh, great. What? Momentarily dumbfounded by the sudden broadcast. Akio quickly stands up from her seat. I wouldn't look so happy if I were you. When her eyes meet, she flashed me a triumphant grin.
Time has come.
Has it really though, Aki-chan? Our classmates are giving us weird looks. Yashio, what the hell did you do? Maybe the Robotics Club's finally disbanded? You should challenge the vice principal to a match to save your club. Ignoring their heckling, I shrug my shoulders as I exit the classroom. Akio follows after me. Her expression is bursting with energy, but it wouldn't be far off to say her entire body is glowing and that her eyes are shining with hope.
Voice in that broadcast was Vice Principal Usui, right? Wasn't it?
Don't know. She wasn't freaking out, so I couldn't tell.
This is gotta be about the club budget. Vice Principal's finally willing to meet with us. Oh, I'm getting fired up.
I don't know if this is the right time for optimism. And also, why did I get called in too?
Because you're in the Robotics Club too, duh. Now let's go.
I follow the high-spirited Akio to the faculty room, gently running my hand over my stomach. Couldn't this have waited until after I had lunch?
Excuse us.
Akio yanks open the door vigorously and announces her arrival in a loud voice, barging into the faculty room shortly after. I politely nod to the faculty around us and follow her inside. As I explained, this whole thing started with Akio. In April, there was a student council meeting. Club budgets were to be determined there, so Akio attended and demanded a 10-fold increase to our funding. I did my best to stop her beforehand, but despite the club being a shell of its former self, it was well funded. Our other clubs complained about it all the time. Akio just had to go and throw oil into the fire. She refused to back down, and naturally the council had enough of it. Akio got in trouble once the VP caught wind, and things got worse when she started making her demands directly to her. She wasn't the least bit repentant either. In the end, the VP went ballistic. And so here we are with all funding to the Robotics Club on indefinite hold. Pretty definitive message of cool your heads for the time being. And that about sums up the current state of affairs. Akio, you keep getting us into stranger situations.
Vice Principal, Robotics Club members Senomiya Akio and Yashio Kaito are here as asked.
She does not look happy. Vice Principal looks at Akio and responds with silence. Her intensity alone makes me want to get the heck out of here. Vice Principal Usui started working at the school 4 years ago. She seems like a very uptight, stubborn mom who would be obsessed with her kids' education. The type that doesn't smile much and is ridiculously strict with her students. During assembly, she loves to bark orders hysterically at the student body using the mic on stage. People here are fairly easygoing, which makes her pretty unusual. And again, I guess there are some faculty members who don't live on the island. Nevertheless, the Vice Principal looks as menacing as always today. It's extremely clear to me that she's in an awful mood. I don't think this is going to go as well as Akio seems to believe.
This is about the club budget, right? Thank you for finally making a decision. We should get straight to the point. Considering our tight schedule, I'd like the money as soon as possible.
Akio's words and actions, while innocent, are putting me on edge. Who knows when the Vice Principal is going to flip her lid at this point?
Senomiya-san, it seems you have yet to cool your head. Huh? Very well. I'd once again like to hear your justification for such a senseless club funding request.
The fact she's not getting angry is scary in and of itself. She normally starts squawking at us right about now, but this calmness makes me feel like she's in control.
Oh, come on. There's no need for that. I've already told you a bunch of times. That's precisely why I said again. Akio flashes me a troubled expression for just a moment, straightens up her back, and starts explaining. The Tokyo Expo takes place in February of next year. With robots from around the world set to appear there, this expo has already been nicknamed the Robot Expo by many. This is the important part. During the expo, there's going to be a contest held among all displays. They're going to decide who the best, most polished robot in the world is among the entrants, and the best one will be the grand prize winner. Unlike previous expos, this one is open to the general public, so we can compete too. So long story short, our club is entering our giant robot of justice, Gunfaro Prototype Model 1 into the expo. But with our current budget, there's no way we'll be able to finish it in time. In order to complete it in half a year, we need every last bit of money we can get.
Yep, this is Akihos' reasoning. She's determined to enter a club up into the Tokyo Expo. This is one dream she absolutely refuses to budge on. Hell, I want to support her too if possible. But there are quite a few hurdles in the way.
Senomiya-san, have you learned nothing? Your explanation just now was completely unchanged from the ones you gave me before. Of course. Do you really think we're just going to give you the money because you wish to go to the expo?
She makes a very good point.
And what has the Robotics Club done as of late? What achievements do you have to speak of? As for that gigantic robot body, the giant robot Justice Gunfaro Prototype Model 1, aka Gun Build 1. Call it what you will. That robot has been under construction for 8 years, yet still shows no signs of completion. Which is exactly why we need the money to finish it in half a year. It does not matter how much money you get your hands on when you only have 2 club members to speak of. That's not true. I'll complete him no matter what. On what grounds? Through sheer willpower. Unacceptable. At any rate, does the robot have to be that large? I believe it would be more appropriate to build a robot the size of one of our students, yes? If you did it as such, I would not require the excessive funding you requested. But... Gun Build 1 is the crystallization of the Robotics Club's twin tiers. It's my dream to bring it to the expo. I can't back down on this. You're being preposterous.
Oh dear.
No one likes to admit it to them, to the mistakes they've made because of their youth. Excuse me?
What have you done?
Aki-chan, what are you saying? This is already hard enough as it is.
I know Akihos can get emotional. I know plenty well how strong her feelings are for the Robotics Club. But this isn't how we went over the vice principal. The two of them glare at one another. If I'm not careful, there's no doubt I'll get dragged into this too. The teachers seem to agree as the faculty room is silent.
Very well. Senomiya-san, how about this?
Unexpectedly, the one to break the silence is the vice principal.
I need to see results from the Robotics Research Club. Results? The Robotics Club exists because your sister did great things. That's why her association was promoted to a club. You should learn from her example.
Ah, crap, I got a bad feeling about this.
Mr. Afukara?
Huh? Yes? At the sound of the vice principal's sharp voice, Michi, dozing off his own seat, jumps to his feet. He basically tumbles his way over to the vice principal's desk. Vice principal, what do you need?
That robot competition you mentioned the other day. Explain it once more.
Robo 1 is going to be held in Tokyo on Sunday 2 weeks from now.
Naturally, you're aware of this, Senomiya-san.
Robo 1 is a hobby robot competition. Entrants from all over Japan pit their robots against each other in combat. Its history goes back over 15 years, and due to the robot boom, broadcasts of Robo 1 get high viewership ratings. The year that the Robotics Club began as a student association, they won the championship in their debut appearance. That victory is what the vice principal was referencing earlier. That was the great thing that Misani did, convincing the school to promote the association into a club. Although these days, it's just some past glory that'll remain forever out of reach.
He wants to enter? That's correct. However, you must not just enter. You must win.
What?
That's what it means to produce results. If you can produce such results, the school will consider your funding proposal, Senomiya-san. However, should you lose, the vice principal clears her throat, seemingly creating a dramatic pause on purpose. We get disbanded? The Robotics Club will be disbanded, effective immediately.
I see, so that's her aim, huh? Pretty underhand tactic for an adult, I gotta say.
The large robot you have been building will also be disposed of as scrap.
Wait, that's a bit too...
We'll do it.
What?
We just have to win, right? That's a promise. You definitely have to keep your word. Of course, I will. And the Robotics Club must adhere to these conditions as well.
That's impossible. Robo 1 isn't the same as when Misani competed. Plus, neither me nor Akihos have even been in a competition like that. In other words, this whole situation was manufactured specifically to crush us. This is kind of unfair.
End of discussion.
She swats me down like a fly. I look toward Michi for help. However, he's standing at attention and grimacing. Wait, are his eyes closed? Great! Our teacher has completely surrendered to the VP. What a useless advisor.
Excuse me.
Akio bows deeply and exits with squared shoulders. Excuse me. I leave the savage atmosphere of the faculty room and take a deep breath. This is real bad, I think to myself as I rub my exceedingly empty stomach. Akio still has a stern expression on her face, standing with her fists clenched tight. I don't want Akio to push herself too hard. Neither of us are in the physical condition for that. Aki-chan, how about we grab some grub?
I'll win no matter what.
That's not gonna happen, no matter what. How could we possibly just show up and win? I saw a couple clips of the New Year's Eve tourney online, and the robots were all incredible. Robo 1 isn't something you can just join and win on a whim. We have literally nothing working in our favor right now. It's not possible, Aki-chan. If we're talking go or no-go, this is definitely a no-go. I repeat myself just to confirm it. The Robotics Club is finished. It's impressive that we held out this long to begin with. I want Akio to give up. There's nothing wrong with taking it easy.
The moment you give up is the moment that achievable dream becomes unachievable.
Aki-chan, we don't even have a hobby robot.
Oh.
I can tell by the look on her face that she's finally realized that simple fact. You really went and accepted the VP's terms without even thinking, huh?
Kai, what should we do?
Don't ask me.
Jeez, you're so lazy. At this rate, the club's gonna get disbanded. Wait, no! I won't give up. It's fine. It'll all work out. After all, positive thinking is my only redeeming quality.
Akio slaps both her cheeks in an attempt to pump herself up while she tries to convince herself it'll all be okay.
Storm and Surge! Bless the Spirit Gamvara! Jakin!
In the middle of the hallway, she suddenly thrusts her fists into the air.
Come on, you can do it too, Kai. Storm and Surge!
No thanks.
Come on, do it.
Not happening. Way too embarrassing. Sure enough, everyone around us is looking at us and smirking. Some recognize us as the Robotics Club and immediately understand. If you want me to do it, face me in Kill Ballad.
No way.
In that case, I'm gonna go get lunch. See ya. My stomach is at its limit, so I leave Akio and hurry off.
Blast the Spirit Gamvara!
Despite what she says, I don't really see much spirit. I open my umbrella and make my way toward the convenience store. Dreams, huh? Akio's dream is to enter Gunvaro Prototype Model 1 into the expo and win the grand prize. It's fine to have dreams, but right now we're basically just frogs in a well. Hell, even within that well, we're still failures. Having your dreams come true is great and all, but if everyone's dreams came true, I don't feel like the world could keep turning. Only a handful of people can make their dreams come true. The overwhelming majority of people in the world have no choice but to give up on their dreams. I'm no exception to the rule. Akio was willing to push herself to the limit from the very beginning. She's the type who charges into things head first without even considering her own health. The club president's been that way since forever. That's why I want nothing more than to hold her back by the collar and stop her from going any further. I'm starving. Wait, the bell's ringing? Is lunch break already over? I don't have time to go to Mizuka-san's store. Man, this sucks. As soon as I complain, my stomach growls again and I dejectedly return to the classroom hungry. Great. After school, I plant myself firmly in the empty classroom and munch on some bread while diving deep into KB. Akio went off with Michi somewhere and hasn't come back. During our afternoon classes, she seemed to be not really there at all. I hope she's okay. As the only other member of the Robotics Club, I should really be there for Akio, but in truth, I don't actually want to help. Oops. This is clearly a trap laid by the VP. We have no way of coming out on top in this, so my efforts would be wasted. Between matches, I stretch out and cast my gaze out the window. Huge raindrops fall from the sky relentlessly. What's my next move? I'm certain Akihos isn't just going to take this sitting down, so I need to come up with a plan of my own. But either way, my number one priority is to keep Akihos from pushing herself too hard. I should go before it really turns into a downpour. At the end of the day, it's common for people to keep putting off the problems that are right in front of them. Whoa, way too expensive. I can't help but voice my thoughts. Are we just buying one? Since it's lunch break, I'm jotting down some food while looking over a hobby robot site. It's a URL that Akihos sent, but I recoil in my seat just looking at some of the numbers on the screen. These prices aren't something a high school student can afford. So hang on, I'm trying to remember what's the conversion for yen. Because my... Hang on, I'm stupid. What is yen conversion? Is it like a dollar or something? Like 100 to 100 yen to a dollar or something? I'm not sure. The cheapest one is around 30,000 yen. When you look at to the high end, some almost go for over 200,000 yen.
Those are pre-made kits after all. It's normal. They're essentially finished products. But still, they're way cheaper than they were 5 years ago.
Akihos had already finished her own lunch and stands imposingly in front of my desk as she explains.
If you get the parts and build it yourself, it'll be even cheaper.
Is that what you plan to do?
With only 2 weeks left, there's no time for that.
Akihos looks up at the ceiling in grief. And you're gonna buy a kit and...
That's not possible either. I asked my mom yesterday for an advance on my New Year's money, but she said she's only willing to do 10,000 yen.
The bottleneck is the lack of time before the competition. We don't even have time to work part-time jobs. And it's settled. Time to give up on Robo 1.
You big jerk!
Akihos starts messing up my hair again. 2 strands of my hair fall into the rice in my lunchbox. Quietly pluck them out with my fingertips.
Could you not while I'm eating? Why are you always so quick to give up, Kai? We need to struggle more.
Well, if you hurry and come up with a solution, I'd be fine and dandy with being more positive.
I'm saying this because I have come up with one.
Akihos puffs up her chest in pride. So that explains her happy-go-lucky mood this morning. Alright, Madam President, tell me what the plan is.
You wanna know? If you do, you'll have to beat me in a match of Kill Ballad.
Easy. I'm down. It's not like I have any chance of losing to you.
I was just trying to copy you is all, jeez.
I shrugged my shoulders and popped a rolled egg in my mouth.
Anyway, listen up. We're going to revive the honorary prez.
I end up accidentally swallowing the barely chewed egg.
Great idea, right?
Please don't tell me you're referring to the same Tanagashi Machine 3 that is currently collecting dust in the club room as we speak.
That's the one. The former Robo 1 champ returns after 9 years. Get hyped.
Akihos thrusts her fist toward the ceiling and our classmates shower her in cold glances. It's true that the robot is somewhat of a legend. It's Misani's brainchild and the very same robot that won Robo 1. It now decorates the club room and we call it the Honorary Prez. It's a cool little guy. But to be frank, it's antique. Since the robot boom began 5 years ago, tech know-how has evolved. I doubt we could win with a pre-boom machine. Besides, does it even work?
It doesn't, but it will after an overhaul, I think.
I stuff some sausage in my mouth, make sure to chew it properly and gulp it down. Well, do whatever you think you need to.
Here you go again, acting like this is someone else's problem. It's not like there's anything I can do to help anyways. This is Akihos we're talking about. She'll stubbornly try to fix that antique no matter what it takes. I'll just watch over her progress. After the sausage, I put pickled plum in my mouth. Sour flavor spreads out over my tongue, and I can't help but pucker my face in response. Hi. Akihos suddenly bends forward toward me. She's too close. What are you doing? Ai-chan, do you want to guess for something? No. You'll help me with the shopping at least, right?
Shopping?
For parts and stuff.
Well, I guess I could.
Also, give me one of your apple slices.
Man, I wish you'd get a clue on how the people around her feel. Chuo Tanegashima High School. Oh, I think it said who we're talking to.
The manual for Tanagashi Machine 3?
Yeah, I looked through the club's inventory, but I couldn't find it. After school in the faculty room, I crouched down and snuck my way between the desks to avoid the VP. Michi's desk is a tall mess and it smells weird. And since it's been raining all day, everything's real musty. I can't help but scrunch up my face at the scent.
Well, your sister made that thing, so... If it's not school, it'd probably be at your house. That's a pro tip.
You're not sure, Michi? Michi has a long history with the club. He was part of the association and was even the club's first president. But Tanagashi Machine 3 won Robo 1. Michi was the one who took the award. There's still a commemorative photo by the entrance. And now he serves as a club advisor. That's why I've been hoping he'd know anything and everything there was to know about the Robotics Club, but...
Now, do you really expect people to remember where they put something a decade ago?
Not really, but...
There you have it.
This is April. The Robotics Club was moved from the tech prep room to the... This April, the Robotics Club was moved from the tech prep room to the equipment storage space in the courtyard. Most of the club's inventory is still packed into boxes and stacked up inside it. Well, I was the one who packed it all up. I honestly don't remember if I saw the manual at the time. Well, I guess progress is progress. Now I know it could be at home. Alright. In order to pump myself up, I pump my fists into the air despite still being crouched down. Oh, if I end up needing parts, you're chipping in. Since you're our advisor and all, I'm expecting good things.
Hey, little Cinemia, there's just one thing I want to tell you.
Huh? What?
There's a certain saying I really like it, so I want you to remember well. Etch it into your heart. Relying on others leads to no good. Do everything you can. Relying on others leads to no good. Do everything you can on your own, even if you make mistakes. You can wear those failures as badges of honor later. What do you think? Pretty good, right?
Are you saying you're not going to pay up? I'm over here doing my best to find a way to win, so hearing him assume I'm going to fail makes me angry.
This is part of education. It's painful to me too. I can sympathize, little Cinemia.
Can you stop calling me that, Michi?
And how about you quit it with the Michi stuff? It's Mr. Nagafukada. Got it? If you pay respect to your teachers, they might be more willing to do stuff for you later. That's another pro tip.
Whatever, it was a mistake to expect anything out of you, Michi. Excuse me. I hurriedly flee the faculty room. I'm fairly certain the VP was glaring at me the whole time, but I pay her no mind. The doom and gloom sets in as I return to the classroom. Being club president sure is a lonely job. Up until now, I never really had much experience in leadership roles. You know, stuff like class rep or team captain. I automatically became the Robotics Club president when I became a third year, but nothing's been going right for me. The reason our reputation is in the mud is because of my beef with the student council and the vice principal. The more I think about it, the more my stomach starts to hurt. Not yet. This isn't over yet. I say out loud, trying to force myself to feel better. Oh man, why I have to run into him now of all times? I've spent over a year trying to get him to join our club because he'd be a rad addition to the team, but I still can't handle Hidaka-kun. I've legit never encountered such a jerk of an underclassman before. Heyo, Hidaka-kun, since you're here and all, how about joining...
It's over, isn't it?
Huh?
You said something about it not being over, but it sounds like you're trying to flee from your club's reality.
He heard me talking to myself. This is a wee bit embarrassing. Man, I'd love to erase the last 2 minutes of it from his memory. Now, normally our conversation would end here. Hidaka-kun never sticks around to talk to me. But today he's different. Instead, he's the one who approaches me.
I heard you plan on entering Robo 1.
How did you know?
The rumors already spread around the school.
Oh, well, that's right. And if we don't win, the Robotics Club is finished.
It's hopeless, son.
Quick and to the point. Hidaka-kun's saying the same thing that Kai said. Is it? You can't know until you try.
I happen to know a thing or two about Robo 1.
That's right. Hidaka-kun entered Robo 1 solo when he was in junior high and made it to 3rd place. This is exactly why I was trying to convince him to join the club. How could I forget something so important? This must be destiny. I can feel my blood pumping as I accidentally voice my thoughts. Pay a little attention to Hidaka-kun's cold gaze. Hidaka-kun, the time has come for you to use that experience of yours for the sake of the Robotics Club. The moment I finish speaking, Hidaka-kun shifts his gaze in another direction. I follow his eyes and land at the glass showcase for all the trophies and awards that the various clubs have won. Among them is the group photo of the Robotics Research Association back when they won Robo 1 9 years ago.
Do you have any experience building hobby robots, Senomiya-senpai?
Nope. But I do have experience building much bigger robots. Well, to be precise, I haven't actually finished anything. You know how it is.
And you think that's good enough to win the championship? I recommend not underestimating Robo 1.
His words bite. It almost feels like he stuck a needle in my heart. It's a sharp, prickly sore pain. I'm so shocked by his aggressive words that I can't say a word.
The other entrants would have started their preparations nearly half a year ago. They'll be bringing their best machines. There's no chance that a third-rate amateur like you, entering out of nowhere with zero preparation, could ever win. That's nonsense.
Managed to put my emotions back in order, then take a deep breath. So what, are you entering the tournament then?
No,
You haven't competed since that one time, right? Why not?
it has nothing to do with you.
He spits out his response and abruptly tries to leave. Like heck I'm gonna let someone younger than me talk smack and just leave. How frustrating. If I could just get one decent comeback in. And so the words just fly out of my mouth. For the record, miracles aren't things you wait for. There's things you make happen yourself. I had my anger behind a calm expression, wiggling my finger in the air like a pendulum. See that sort of thing all the time in mech anime, right? Like Gumball, for example.
That's because Gumball is for kids. It nearly bore me asleep when I watched it. The story was incredibly cheesy, so I dropped it after season 1.
Whoa, hold on, I can't let that one slide. My heart's ablaze now. I'm pretty sure there are literal flames burning in my eyes now. Mech anime is all about dreams, hope, and romantic ideals. Okay, so maybe that one anime with that person isn't really about that stuff, but that's an exception. In fact, that person is the only exception.
That line of thinking is exactly why, despite the robot boom, Japanese mech anime is still treated like children's fodder. We need mech anime with more refined and philosophical plots, more realism with a militaristic feel.
I don't want any of that. Mech anime is supposed to get the kids excited and fired up.
How childish. You're not even worth debating.
Ugh. The real robot stories you talk about have people dying left and right. It's depressing.
Real robots? What's that supposed to mean?
You know, like how we have super robots and real robots?
Tell me your definitions of super and real then, if you have any.
I never really given it much thought. It's more like a kind of feeling you get. I guess real robots are ones that seem like they could actually exist.
I'll be taking my leave. I know I've said this many times, but could you refrain from speaking to me ever again? I want nothing to do with the Robotics Club.
Hey, wait! I hardly try to stop Hidaka-kun, but if I do, this will just drag out our conversation. And the reality is that when it comes to this subject, we're on two completely different wavelengths. With that in mind, I resist the urge to chase after him. Once my flame is lit, it doesn't go out so easily. It's because he was a spoiled brat! I finally managed to shout from the depths of my soul. Which of course results in all students nearby having a good laugh at me as they head home. Back in the club room, I start to take Ashi Machine 3 apart, but since my energy has been totally sapped, I can't focus in the slightest.
Well, I haven't raked up in a while. I can't help but whine a little as I cast my gaze at the kill ballot leaderboards. On weekends, I get to play KB without anyone interrupting me. I've gone many a weekend without eating or sleeping. In fact, weekends are when I focus on increasing my win rate against the top players, which is the quickest way to rank up. That said, I'm still in 5th place. In the end, it doesn't matter how many times I defeat low-ranked players, I gotta beat the top ones to move up. But so far, I haven't been able to get matched with any of them. Stop running away, damn it. You're in the top 5, so act like it. Complain to nobody in particular as I get ready to start our match.
Coming out. I need you to deliver something to the Sinomiyas.
Her mom, Fumiko, age 42, called me from the kitchen. Mom and I are usually the only ones home. Dad pilots a flight connecting the Kagoshima airport to the Tanegashima airport, so he's away half the week. That's why he's not here today. So you want me to run an errand for you, Mom? She just loves to rob me of my precious me time. You want me to go out in the pouring rain, too? I slide my door open, stick my head out, and yell back toward the kitchen. If you want me to run errands, beat me and kill about.
No, Yabbing, just go. I'm right in the middle of something.
That's where she wants me to deliver tea leaves. She wants me to go share them with the Sinomiya family since she got a bunch from our relatives. It's all thanks to this dumb errand that I've already lost at least 3 matches worth of fighting time. Fortunately, Akihos' house is right next to mine. Although, because of the farmland between our houses, I have to walk about 45 meters to get there. From the front yard, I can see that Akihos' room on the 2nd floor is lit up. Hello, it's Kaido. I slide the unlocked door open and casually stroll in. Akihos' mother, Auntie Tamaki, comes out to greet me. She seems quite pleased by the tea leaves I hand her. I hear thumping noises coming from the 2nd floor. What in the world is Akio doing? Might as well see what's up. Yep. Whoa! Look at all the mechs. What's up? I witness Akio's head stuck in the closet with her butt facing me.
Hmm? Kai, is that you?
What are you up to? Without answering me, Akio pulls out a cardboard box from the closet.
I'm looking for Tanegashima Machine 3's manual, but I can't find it. And anyway, how many times do I need to tell you who to knock? What if I was changing?
More importantly, got any candy?
In one ear and out the other.
Akio gets up and picks up a pack of space candy sitting on the floor.
Yeah, I got one.
Knew you had some? I'll pay you back later. I never returned the favor. You's an asshole. This exchange is kind of like a ritual between the two of us. I came to her room to get a piece of space candy from her. Heck, I'm probably the only one on this island who actually likes the stuff. People don't seem too big on the flavor. Even Akio thinks they're gross and won't touch them. The only reason why there are packs of space candy in her room in the first place is so she can give them to me. I can't even remember when this little ritual bar started. But as long as there's stock in here, I'll always be welcome to barge into this teenage girl's domain whenever I want. Or at least that's how I happen to interpret it. Akio complains, but she never chases me out. Hence why I can drop in like this as if it were my own room. I unwrap the candy and toss it in my mouth. These are just sibling energy, it feels like. The fresh mint flavor spreads through and stimulates my nostrils. How can people not like this stuff? I swear, they just haven't actually tried it. It's basically one of the 7 wonders of the island. You know, every time I come here, I always think about how extremely ungoodly your room is. Akio's walls are covered in old mecha anime posters, and her shelves are lined with now unavailable robot figures. The geotags in this room are configured so that they don't display, but if they did, you drown in mecha anime info. Anyone who didn't know Akio would assume this room belonged to a dude.
How many times do I have to tell you? This stuff just gives me love, courage, hope, and justice. I'm keeping it all as is.
Ah, right. Well, I guess Akio can do whatever she wants with her own room. I sit down back around a chair and lay my chest on the backrest. So, you're looking for a manual? Upon closer inspection, the box she's digging through contains small, empty figurine boxes along with towels with robot illustrations on them.
Yep, since this morning, but I just can't find it.
Isn't it kind of pointless to look in your room, Aki-chan? If it was here, wouldn't it be in Misani's room?
You didn't see my tweet?
Akio lowers her shoulders and drops down on her bed.
I scoured through Big Siz's room all morning.
And she didn't find a thing. Where else could it be?
In the shed or Dad's study, maybe.
Either way, sounds like a lot of work. But I could totally see it being in her old man's study. Heck, it was basically her dad that made Akio into the mecha anime fangirl that she is today. The study is filled with mecha anime DVDs, Blu-rays, and even antiques like LDs. Akio lies down on the bed, face up. Let's look at the tips list, because I haven't looked at it in a while. Exoskeleton Company, Tokyo Expo, fictional. Dream Creation Expo. The event is scheduled to run from February to September 2020. It is the third largest international expedition in Japan after the Osaka Expo and the Aichi Expo. Having successfully attracted people to the expo, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government aims to launch a bold project that will rebuild the city, including reinforcing all buildings to withstand even the highest magnitude of earthquakes. However, even with this project in place, it's still impossible to repair. Sorry, I'm not reading it real quick out loud because I wanted to scour through this real quick. It's talking about earthquakes. Is it talking about the earthquakes in Chaos at Noah? Is it talking about that? The one that destroyed Shibuya. It was Shibuya, right? Yeah, it was. Because the 104 building. Right? Yeah. But yeah, is this talking about the earthquake that happened during Chaos at Noah? That's really interesting if true. Anyways, back to actually reading it properly. Even with this project in place, it would still be impossible to repair the downtown area and the worn-down Shuto Expressway within the next 10 years. As a result, most of the redevelopment project was directed toward the Bay Area. Due to this, the Bay Area, the area near Odaiba and Toyosu specifically, was inevitably chosen as the location of the expo, and the large expanse of reclaimed land has been prepared for use as the venue. Although the expo revolves around a general theme, the one that attracts the most attention is the world-renowned robotic technology section. Due to countries from around the world, focusing solely on the robotics presentations, the expo has been colloquially referred to as the Robot Expo as of 2019. The production of giant robots was previously impossible, but with the recent success of mass-produced carbon nanotubes and graphene, a large selection of giant robots are expected to make an appearance at the 2020 Expo. The Robot Expo currently plans to hold a contest that will crown the #1 robot in the world out of all the Expo entrants. Additionally, the 2020 Expo is allowing for entries from regular attendees, which is highly unusual for an exposition. I'm going to actually do something that might take a second, but I want to look at what the timeline of the Science Adventure series is. I'm just going to look up Science Adventure series timeline. So I want to see this. I'm trying to look at this. Obviously, Chaos Steins Gate 0 would be its own thing separate, technically. Kind of, because, you know, that game takes place during the, after the bad end of Steins Gate. And then, the question is, what is... Chaos Head, Steins Gate, 8, including 0, Robotics Note, and then Non's Code? So it'd go Chaos Head, Chaos Child. It would go Chaos Head, Chaos Child, Steins Gate. No, wait, no. It would go Chaos Head, Steins Gate, including 0. Chaos Child, Robotics Note, and then I guess a noxious code, and then there's another one. It says Occultic 9. I've never heard of that. Is that another game in the Adventure series that I'm gonna have to look at and get? I thought Anonymous Code was the last one. I'm gonna have to figure out what is Occultix 9. Anyways, let's get back to what I was actually doing. Akio lies down on the bed face up. Then from that position, she stretches out her arms and legs.
Yeah, I'm already beat.
I really wish she wouldn't push herself like this. It makes me worry. I mean, you don't have to compete in Robo 1, do you?
Huh?
Winning is impossible, and if the club is disbanded, maybe it's for the best. Better than struggling for no reason.
What?
Akio sips up abruptly and shakes her head in a manner that seems almost lonely.
No way. If the club gets disbanded, it's all over. You might not be so invested in the Robotics Club, Kai, but for me, it's irreplaceable.
Couldn't you just keep building your giant robot privately? You'd be able to finally liberate yourself from that annoying VP of ours and work on it however you like.
Besides, it's not like this has to get done while you're still a student, Aki-chan.
If you can get in the expo, great, but if not, it's not like you're gonna die.
Instead of rushing to finish this, why don't you take your time to build something good? If the club gets disbanded, Gun Build 1 will be scrapped. There's no reason for you to play by the rules. I'm sure you can negotiate a better deal. But listen, Kai.
Akio just barely smiles. Why would she smile now?
As a member of the Robotics Club and as a student, I want to work this out. Obviously, if I kept working at it on my own, I might be able to finish in one day. Don't know how many years it would take, but still. That's one way I could go about chasing my dream. But even then, I really want to go to the expo as a member of the Robotics Club. I want to accomplish that in the next 6 months, no matter what I have to do. And if I still don't, if it still doesn't work out after 6 months, it's not like I'm gonna give up right there and then, but this is the line I've drawn for myself.
Akio's eyes shine with determination as she explains her motivations to me. I almost lose myself in those eyes. It's all about the club, eh? Is this about wanting to take care of the dream you inherited from Misani and the rest? Or some cheesy stuff like that? This intangible thing that's been passed down from Misani, Michi, and the other founding members. Is that what's motivating Akio? Misani in particular probably had a huge effect on her.
This is the Robotics Club and Gun Build 1 that Big Sis built.
Akio really does love Misani. Is this what they call a sister complex? Or maybe she still hasn't grown out of her dependence on her.
Plus, mecha anime needs to be filled with dreams and romantic ideals.
Akio says that with a happy smile on her face as she poses dramatically. In just 6 months, we'll be graduating and leaving the island behind us. Most students from this island follow that path, whether they go to college or choose to look for a job instead. There are those like Michi or Mizuka-san who come back to the island, and the rest who don't, like Misani. Either way, once she leaves this island, Akio won't be able to just focus on building a robot. You said the other day that all you've got are bots on the mind, but are you really thinking about the future? Huh?
And I sort of feels like all I think about is the Robotics Club these days.
Well, I guess I understand how Akio feels. I'm not gonna be a jackass and keep pushing back on this. Well, in that case, good luck. I'll be taking my... Just before I can say leave, Akio grabs my wrist.
Hold up.
Action, don't tell me. If she's stopping me here, that must mean...
Help me find the manual, Kai.
I know it.
You're here, so you might as well, right? You can stay for dinner, too.
You seriously in town searching till nighttime? Fine, I guess I'll help. Plus, I get Auntie Tamaki's food out of this. Unfortunately, even after searching long and hard, we failed to locate the manual. Whew. Glad it's sunny today. I think that to myself as I remove my helmet. The breeze feels nice and cool, perhaps due to yesterday's rain. The school grounds on Sunday are quiet. It's been a while since I've come to school on a day off on club business, or at least it's my first time doing it this year. Honestly, I would much prefer to be lying around at home playing Kill Ballad. After seeing Akihos tweet that read, "I'm so lonely doing an overhaul at the club run on Sunday, I came here." As soon as I saw that she was all by herself, I painstakingly dragged myself over here. My personal policy has always been that I never participate in robotics club activities. But when it comes to everything else, I do my best to help Akio out whenever she needs a hand. Akio and I are basically one embodied soul at this point. We rarely do anything without each other. Damn it, Akio, have you forgotten about your tax? Maybe she's still salty about me steamrolling her ass in KB last night. She knows I show no mercy. The lawn in front of the club room is still damp from yesterday's rain. Too bad. I would love to lay down and game for a bit. I can see Akio's back through the open club room door. Aki-chan! When I call out to her, she immediately recognizes my voice and comes outside.
Huh? You came?
Yep, brought you this. Toss her a bottle of Skull.
Skull!
After catching it, she raises the bottle up high in excitement, then begins chugging it down right after. Seeing her drink it up like it's the nectar of the gods something is enough to put a smile on my face. I gotta say, it is kind of weird seeing... So, Kaito feels like quite a different protagonist in this game than like the other science adventure games that I've played. Because, so, our other science adventure game protagonists are obviously Okabe from Steins Gate and Steins Gate Zero, Takumi, and oh Jesus Christ, I've forgotten his name. Why have I forgotten his name? Jesus Christ. Science Adventure, Chaos, Chaos, Child. What is your name, character? What is your name? Takaru. So I don't know why I forgot his name. I knew it started with a T and I knew it was Tak, but I couldn't remember what the final part of it was. Anyways, the three protagonists that we've had from the other science adventure games are Okabe from Steins Gate and Steins Gate Zero, Takumi from Chaos Head Noah, and Takaru from Chaos Child. Hold on. I guess Kaito would be a little closer to Okabe. The thing is, like, with, because I'm thinking about how Takaru and Takumi are very much outcast, kind of. Takaru is a bit better. Takumi is a complete outcast, basically, with everybody. But Takaru has his club. He's not as much of an outcast, but he's still very awkward. And Okabe is probably the one that's... Yes, he's awkward, but he's also got cool friends and all that. But Kaito just feels a lot more, I guess, normal, is what I'm trying to say. Kaito feels way more normal of a protagonist compared to Okabe, Takaru, and Takumi. It's like, the only kind of, like, real anomaly about him right now is the whole, how well he can play with, Kill Ballad. That's kind of, like, the only anomalistic part of, or, like, the only, like, weird, I guess, aspect of him. But, I mean, compared to, like, all the others, Takumi was obviously the outcast who was, like, just by himself all the time. Takaru always thought he was different. And Okabe was Okabe. But Kaito just feels more like a normal character. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just think it's interesting going from three very interesting protagonists and how they exist in their world to Kaito, who kind of just feels pretty normal. If anything, I would argue that Akio is more of the is more similar to the other protagonist. I would argue that Akio is more like that. But oh well. I just thought that was interesting. A thin layer of sweat covers Akio's forehead, because it's still hot inside the club room.
Phew. It's spot.
My usual seat choice is too damn to sit on, so I settle for a clubroom chair. Sprawled out on the table is our honorary prez disassembled. Akihos sits in front of the table and begins to further take it apart with a screwdriver in hand. By the way, did you end up finishing the manual last night? Binding, sorry. As I was leaving her house last night, Akihos loudly declared that she was going to continue her search.
Yep, that's it.
Akihos holds up a notebook. The pages inside are covered with all sorts of design drawings, notes, and programs that are all written in feminine handwriting. Is that Misane's handwriting? Make all servo gears in the legs metallic? Is that what it says? Add rigidity to arm supports, modify servo motors to replace the sole's non-slip material is indispensable.
Bingo. Turns out I was in Dad's study the whole time.
My prediction was spot on. That happened to be the one place we didn't search last night. So, think you can fix the honorary prez? Before we continue, I actually wonder... I'm gonna take a guess here already. I think the reason why... I'm assuming the reason why they didn't check her dad's room... They mentioned before the anemone, the whole anemone incident where everybody on it just for some reason passed out or just went unconscious. Was her dad one of the people on the anemone when it happened? That's the only thing I can think of. Like, did something happen to her dad when that event happened that's changed him? Like, where is her dad? They haven't explained where her dad is at yet. So, did something happen after the incident of the anemone? And that's why she gets, like, uppity about the whole situation?
We'll see. I have to disassemble it and get to the root of the problem before anything else.
Wouldn't it be funny if it's just out of batteries or something?
You joke, but that's a real possibility. If it's just a battery problem, all you have to do is charge it.
Simple enough. That'd make things a lot easier for you, Aki-chan.
But see, the problem isn't that the charger is missing.
Which means...
We'll have to go get a new one.
Are they pricey?
Yep, it'll cost more than 5,000 yen.
For real?
And these parts are over 10 years old, so finding compatible stuff is gonna suck. It'll take at least a week to ship.
Akio removes one screw after another in an orderly fashion while she explains the battery situation to me. The screws are all 2 to 3 millimeters long. If she drops them, that's all she wrote. Are you keeping track of which screw goes where?
More or less.
More or less.
They're mostly the same size, so it's honestly not that big a deal.
She seems to be storing the removed screws in an empty snack can, so I take a peek inside. But there are some screws with slightly different lengths in here.
Huh?
Don't give me that. She's way too disorganized.
Well, worst case scenario, I have the manual.
God help us all. I still have no intention of intervening. Kill Ballad, start. Pull on my pocket comm and boot up Kill Ballad. So, other than the battery swap, what else do you have to do?
Check that all the servo motors are running and make sure the servo amps are stable. Maybe we'll go to the robot clinic later.
The robot clinic is a parts store that our club has ties to. As per its name, it mostly carries hobby robot-related parts. It's basically Akio's current lifeline. The shop owner is pretty terrifying, though.
Oh, and also the programming. I'm bad at that stuff, but I still gotta check it. We're not gonna win Robo 1 otherwise.
The carbon is hot and dark. Akio relies solely on the desk lamp as she tinkers away at the robot's small pieces. I hope she doesn't go blind. Anyway, I guess I'll start playing Kill Ballad. I'm half expecting one of these times it's just gonna say he's banned. Akio disassembles the honorary prez. Yeah, I'm fully expecting that one of these times Kaito's just gonna open Kill Ballad and it says, you are banned because of the whole cheating allegations. I'm fully expecting that at some point, honestly. And I play Kill Ballad. The sounds of birds chirping fill the air of the island. It's just a relaxing Sunday afternoon. In fact, it's so relaxing that it's hard to believe that the club is on the verge of being disbanded.
Hey, Kai.
Hmm.
Do you want to try being an operator at Robo 1?
What's an operator?
The robot's pilot, basically.
If I give in here, Operation Make Akio give up on Robo 1 would be all for naught. Time to go cold. Not interested.
Why not?
Akio's eyes widen as she peeks at my face.
Come on, you control robots all the time in Kill Ballad, right?
I don't play KB for the robots. I play because it's a damn good fighting game and there are strong players online. Before I got hooked on Kill Ballad, I was into all kinds of fighting games with normal human characters.
Are you at least curious?
Nope.
But there are strong pairs in Robo 1 too. Heck, there are even one-on-one battles.
I think you should be the operator, Aki-chan. You're the president and the one repairing the prez, after all.
Believe me, I want to be the operator, but I know you'd be better at it than I would.
It's not like I've ever controlled a robot before either, so we're on the same playing field.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
She continues her test silently for a while.
Hey, Kai.
Hmm?
I want you to be honest with me.
Akio takes an unusually serious tone. She had finally realized that she has no chance of winning Robo Run. I stop playing Kill Ballad and look at Akio.
What do you think, Kai? Tanagashi Machines 3's design. It's pretty ugly, isn't it?
I nearly claps out sheer disappointment. I could not possibly care less.
Why? This is super important.
Misani designed it, right? Send your complaints her way.
But she lives all the way in Tokyo.
So, are you saying you want to redesign it? Do you even have the time for that, Aki-chan?
Not really.
Akio looks displeased.
Something's missing. Like, it looks weak, you know?
I don't think she designed it with flashiness in mind.
But looks are important. It's easier to get fired up when your robot looks awesome. We don't have to overhaul all of it. What if we just tweaked it a little bit? For example, if you were the operator, wouldn't you want cannons on both your shoulders?
Cannons?
Cannons!
You're serious? Would they even be useful?
Cannons blow things up.
In a Robo 1 match.
No, just as part of his backstory.
So how would they be used in Robo 1?
They'd just be decorative.
Give me a break. This one's on me for taking her seriously.
So I was thinking about how I'd customize it if I were the operator.
Ah, well, just do whatever you want.
I personally want to be able to transform. Oh, and a special move is a must.
If you implement all that, you'll never make it in time for Robo 1.
The transform function isn't relevant to Robo 1, and it'd be really hard to build. I wasn't really planning on it anyway.
Then why even bring it up?
I guess you're right.
So what are your priorities, Aki-chan? Pride or results?
Results.
Huh, caught me surprised. Why are you being so quiet?
Oh, nothing.
She's laughing it off, but it seems like she's finally realized how ridiculous her ideas were. Me and Akio returned to our respective tasks. Well, the robot clinic is southbound on Interstate 58, just after the intersection entering Minamitane. Akio often drags me here since it's on the way back home from school. Its convenient location is a real pain in the neck for me. I feel like we're in a horror movie every time we come here. The gaudy neon sign forces itself into my line of sight like it's battling the setting sun. The sign's overwhelming presence makes me want to enter the story even less. Even with summer right around the corner, it feels a bit chilly around here. The clinic occupies a single-story building. All of the windows are covered in plywood, so you can't see inside. Behind the building is a large pile of scrap tossed carelessly behind the fence. Feels like something might burst out of that mess.
Sure would be nice if the place looked more like a research lab or something.
Akio watches too much mecha anime. I'd rather wait outside since it's a pain, but as always, Akio pushes my back and forces me inside. Inside, Western music echoes throughout the store at a ridiculously high volume, rock music to be specific. This is not what I expected to see inside, to be honest with you. This feels more like a nightclub or some kind of concert venue. It's always like this here, which explains why nobody ever comes by. As for the choice of music, rock is just the owner's thing. The inside of the store is dusty, dark, and messy. Scrap is all over the place, and it feels like the owner has zero intention of ever tying any of it up. I suddenly noticed that the man of the hour had exited the back room and is now sitting at the counter in silence. This old man is the robot clinic's owner and self-proclaimed robot doctor Fujita Haru. He's an incredibly stubborn, terrifying old man.
Hello, Doc. Turn down the music.
The old man scowls, seemingly unaware of what's going on. Akihos resorts to making weird body gestures in order to get him to lower the volume. The old man clicks his tongue and finally drops the volume down. This is how it always goes. By this point, Akihos is usually pretty exhausted. He looks like a biker. I stand by the door and watch without saying anything.
Hello, Doc.
I gave you parts the other day. I've got nothing else to give you. And you over there, what's the deal dropping in here after all this time without so much as greeting?
He's glaring at me. He really is terrifying. A long time no see.
Thought you'd be dead in the streets by now.
Unfortunately, I'm still very much alive. Kaito. So this is rock and roll. I think.
Hey, Doc, I didn't come on Gun Build 1 business today.
Doc is familiar with the Prez's history as a Robo 1 champ and Mitsune's brainchild.
We're currently overhauling it, but there's a part I need to replace.
Show it to me already.
Akihos takes the disassembled parts out of her bag.
It's the battery and the charger. I need the exact same model if possible.
Just as we joked about earlier, the reason the honorary Prez can't move is because of the old battery. If we can replace those, it should move at the very least. As for how well it'll move, Akihos says that will depend entirely on the maintenance of the R parts.
Kyosho battery, huh? And it's an export type. Those have been out of production for a while now. Kyosho battery sizes these days are different compared to the ones from 7 years ago. You'll never find an exact replacement for this.
Huh? Then what should I do?
Let's see. You can switch out the plugs to make it compatible. The size has gone smaller, so it won't be a problem with solving it.
Replace the plug. Was that even in the manual? Plus, I'm not that good with my hands, and...
Damn useless little girl. Changing plugs ain't no big deal. It's a wonder how you manage to survive as your club's president. If you can't do that, we'll have to swap manufacturers. For S-plug types, the Ogawadas are your cheapest option.
Then I'll go with that.
It'll take about 3 days to get here. You alright with that?
What about the price?
Including the charger, the cheapest model will run you about 8,000 yen.
That's way too much. Are you sure that's not for a brand new one?
This store specializes in used parts. Listen to yourself. It'd be double if it was new. That's what shipping fees waiting. So if you want to complain, wait till you know your stuff, damn club.
Come on, don't be like that.
Anything else?
I was thinking of replacing the sensors, you know.
Smart choice. Tech changes a whole lot in a decade.
So I wanted to go with an omnidirectional camera.
That ain't no sensor. Don't tell me you don't even know the difference between a sensor and a camera.
No, I was just thinking of combining an omnidirectional camera with a proximity sensor, like some kind of high tech.
If you put that in a Robo 1 robot, it'll be a useless decoration. Don't you have a damn clue how to read the room, you damn fool? Besides, how much do you think omnidirectional cameras cost? 50K won't even cut it, you broke-ass kid.
Akihos' eyes tear up as her shoulders droop. The doctor is as relentless as ever, even against a young girl. To be honest, that's what I like about him. I myself am relentless when it comes to matches.
Then tell me, Doc, what's the most important sensor to have for someone competing in Robo 1?
A gyro sensor, I suppose.
But if I replace the gyro sensor, wouldn't I need to rewrite the program from the beginning?
How should I know? If you don't even know how to code, then quit trying to build hobby robots.
I mean, if I put the time into it, I could, but our schedule's pretty tight right now. By the way, how much do gyro sensors generally cost?
I recommend this one.
The doctor squats down behind this counter and pulls out a part from the lower shelf.
It's a new triple-axis gyro sensor made by the Hong Kong company Devices Zero. I guarantee its performance. I'm willing to part with it for 4,000 yen.
Give me a discount.
Don't act like a spoiled brat. The price is final. I told you before I'm a pro. The prices I stick on my product are proof of that. If you're fine with that, buy away. If not, get the hell out.
What a ripoff.
And that's that.
Wait.
Now then, what's Akihos' next move? We checked before we left the school. Akio has 720 yen and I have 590. So even if we pulled it all together, we can't afford anything.
Okay, then for now, could you order the Okawada battery and charger, please? And I hate to ask this, but can I pay you later?
If you ain't paying, you ain't getting anything.
Part of his job as a pro is at the clinic is to check each part he's procured, and if needed, restore it and make adjustments. Doc mostly handles used items, so he takes this work seriously. That's what he means by a pro's work. He also doesn't charge from the maintenance, which is pretty cool. At least that's what Akio tells me.
Get your ass back here in 3 days.
I'll try my best.
Akio gives him a wishy-washy reply, bows her head deeply, and exits the store.
Well then.
She stretches out, finally liberated from Doc's overwhelming aura, and even starts doing squats. What's the plan for money?
We'll figure it out.
Akio! Kaido's just going on Akio's bizarre adventure. It's what it feels like. What is happening? We'll figure it out, huh?
Hey Kai, how many months worth of allowance can you receive in advance?
You're trying to use my allowance too!
You're a member of the Robotics Club too, Kai.
Didn't Doc just tell you not to act spoiled? If you insist on me making a contribution to your robot fund, you know what to do, right? Start it. I flaunt my Pokecom at her. Fight me. You win, I'll do what you say.
Kai, you're such a hassle.
That's my policy.
Fine, I'll do it.
She's challenged me 2 days in a row. That's very bold for Akio. She must really be backed into a corner. Right on, then. Let's begin. I won't pull any punches. Kill ballad. Start. Time to die. Alright. Doc sure is scary.
Really? I think he's a pretty nice guy when you actually sit down and talk to him.
Even though he calls you an idiot and stupid and whatnot.
Well, that does kind of suck. Not supposed to suck you beam me and kill ballad, though.
True, but it's not like I care about how you feel there anyway.
You big jerk.
Don't mess with my hair after we're done here just because you're upset. Goodbye. You win. You got a long way to go, Aki-chan.
Jeez, why are you so strong?
I mean, I play this every day. We've already spent way too much time hanging out in front of the store. As the sun begins to set, the gaudy neon sign begins to stand out even more.
Let's get home before it gets really dark out. I'm starving.
Roger that. Akio ended up giving up on Beamy for the day. By the by, Akio managed to ruffle up my hair before I could put on my helmet. You're an asshole. Senomiya Akio, so we're in her perspective now.
Alright, this will be on the next test. Our word free trade has these merits, but the reason why the WTO was established in the first place.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm broke. Money, money, money. The world is held together by money. You need money to do everything. Plus, making a robot requires more cash than usual stuff. Be they giant or small, they both require tons of money. How can a lone high school girl like me ever come up with that kind of cash? Do you even know my monthly allowance? 3,000 yen. Like, what? That can't cover all my snacks, clothes, and skincare products. I mean, 3,000 yen for a senior is way too little. Spin my pencil in my hand. And this whole Robo 1 ultimatum that VP gave us wouldn't be an issue if it wasn't and for me asking for an increase in budget. But now I have to spend even more money to prepare a robot to enter Robo 1. What was even the point? Maybe Kai's right. Maybe the vice principal just wants to shut down the robotics club. But I don't want to give up. I I actually see Robo 1 as a huge opportunity. If we win, we can accept our budget with pride. Nobody talks smack about us anymore. They'd all come around to us. That's why the most important thing right now is us acquiring 12,000 yen. The money to buy parts. But I've never gotten that kind of cash before, not even for New Year's. If I do somehow get an advance, I need my New Year's money and a few months of allowance. At this point, I come to the realization that my brain is filled with nothing but thoughts of how to make cash. Bite down my lip and put my head down on my desk. My legs are kicking all over the place. I wonder if this is how a CEO whose company is on the verge of collapse feels. Wish I could just focus on my dream.
What's wrong, Senomiya? Are you feeling alright?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Okay.
My anxiety grows stronger with each passing day.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. After school, I swing by the Irai General Store. As soon as I step in, I gulp loudly. My hands have been sweating for a bit now, and my knees won't stop shaking. Am I nervous, or is this pure terror? Bizuka-san, who at this point senses my restless presence, folds the newspaper she had been reading and sits upright.
I think we're gonna go ahead and end it here for today. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoy, and hope to see you all later. Peace.